Consequences: massive snub from Archie's own godfather as he chooses not to invite Sussexes to his high society wedding. Hello everyone, welcome back to the King YouTube channel. Over the past nearly 4 years since Megxit, we have been frustrated time and time again because it seems like the Duke and Duchess of Hypocrisy, aka Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, have done so many horrible things designed to hurt the royal family, but they haven't really faced any consequences for their actions. Well, it looks like karma is finally coming for the two of them. It's looking like this new book, Endgame, by their favorite mouthpiece, Omid Scobie, aka Scabies, is really the straw that broke the camel's back. And now their friends in the UK, or people they assumed were still their friends, are refusing to have anything to do with them. Archie's godfather, this is the godfather of their son, is refusing to invite the two of them to his wedding. According to this article in the Mail Online, friend of warring brothers Harry and William reveals it's very sad after Duke and Duchess of Sussex are not invited to Archie's godfather Hugh Grosvenor's wedding in bid to avoid awkwardness after Omid Scobie's Endgame reignites sibling feud. Hugh Grosvenor is the Duke of Westminster, and he is the godfather of Prince Archie. Again, I don't even know how you can be a godfather of a child who doesn't exist, but whatever. Moving on, he's gonna marry Olivia Henson next year, and this is going to be a big wedding. This is high society at its finest. But he decided he was gonna leave two names off the guest list, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, in a bid to avoid drama. He's one of Harry's oldest friends, but even so, it's being claimed that he is not inviting him because he doesn't want this fight to overshadow his big day. Smart man. Harry thinks that he is the center of everybody's universe. He's not. He's not the center of anyone's universe other than his own, perhaps, and certainly not Meghan's. She is at the center of her own universe. According to the Mail Online, it's believed William and Catherine and the King and Queen are all invited to the June 6th wedding at Chester Cathedral. And reportedly, the Prince of Wales may even be in the running to be best man. I'm sure this is news that's going to hit Harry hard, because at this point, he has nobody left who supports him in the UK. This was supposed to be his friend, but in this fight between Harry and his family, everybody has chosen a side, and everybody has chosen the right side. Everybody has chosen to support William and King Charles and the rest of the royal family. This should cause Harry to really look at his behavior and question why even his good friends are not supporting him in this feud. There's a very good reason. It's because he and Meghan are in the wrong 100%. Honestly, folks, looking at all the fallout from this book, I simply question why Harry and Meghan thought that it was a good idea to have scabies write this ridiculous book. Everybody knows that it's full of lies. Nobody believes a word of it. And it's ruining their relationship with the royal family. We heard all these reports that they were trying to get back in good with them. They were trying to join the family for Christmas in Sandringham. It is clear that Harry and Meghan are desperate to reinvigorate that royal connection. Well, this book completely destroyed any hope of that. And if they really didn't have anything to do with it, or if they really regretted their input to the book, they should speak out. Their silence on this book speaks volumes. If they wanted any hope of reconciling with Harry's family, they would immediately condemn this book. But I guess they know they cannot do that, because if they were to speak out condemning the contents of the book, then scabies would probably just turn around and release all the receipts proving that they had everything to do with this book. It's going to be an interesting week, though, for Meghan and Harry, because there's supposed to be a meeting between Charles and William to discuss the topic. And reportedly, it could have serious consequences for Harry and Meghan, as William is believed to want action after his wife Catherine was named alongside Charles as the two royals who expressed concern about Archie's skin color. According to the Sunday Times, the Duke of Westminster had originally planned to invite Harry and Meghan to his wedding, but he changed his mind. He was worried their presence was going to overshadow the day. I think he had good reason to be concerned about that. Harry and Meghan try to steal the show wherever they go. They are so desperate for attention. Every time the royal family is doing something important, they've got to get their names in the headlines. They have no respect for anyone, and certainly not themselves. They're just a couple of cheap celebrities at this point. Reportedly, the Duke of Westminster also decided not to invite the two of them because he was worried about how Charles, Camilla, William, and Catherine would feel about it. They're all probably going to be there. And when he's choosing who he wants to show up at his wedding, yeah, he's going to choose the real royals. He's not going to prioritize Harry and Meghan, even if he is the godfather of their invisible child. A friend of Sussex told the paper, "It's incredibly sad it has come to this. Hugh is one of the very few close friends of William and Harry's who has maintained strong bonds and a line of communication with both." The friend went on to say he wishes they could put their heads together and patch things up, but realizes it's unlikely to happen before the wedding. He wanted to avoid anything overshadowing the day, especially for Olivia, and doesn't want any awkwardness. Now, is Meghan upset about missing out on the wedding? Well, probably not. As Scooby-Doo said, she doesn't want to even come back to England ever again because she doesn't want to get involved in the royal soap opera, as he called it. But for Harry, this has to hurt. I mean, this is his friend. This is somebody he has known for such a long time. This is somebody he was very close to once upon a time. To be excluded from this important event has to be painful for him. It has to really underscore just how much he has drifted away from his past. And on the off chance the children are real, this is also really not good for them. I mean, this is a wedding in which, under normal circumstances, Prince Archie would certainly play a role. He would get to participate in the wedding in some way, shape, or form. But is that going to happen thanks to Harry and Meghan's awful behavior? Absolutely not. And even though Meghan has alienated him from this world, Harry still knows this world very well. Harry understands that one's presence, or lack thereof, at an event like this that's being hailed as the wedding of the year is a big deal. Not being invited really proves that not only has Harry destroyed his relationship with his own family, but also the rest of these high society aristocratic types who he used to be friends with in the UK. And this, folks, is why I do not believe that this marriage has any hope of lasting. I mean, for Meghan, it doesn't matter. She never cared about those people. Meghan only ever cared about Hollywood fame. For her, that is the beginning and the end of everything. She wanted to be friends with A-listers in Hollywood. Harry, on the other hand, was raised to believe that kind of fame is cheap. It's fleeting. It can be had by anyone. In fact, the real power lies with old money, with people who were born into these incredible positions of privilege and wealth. Harry was raised to feel comfortable with real aristocrats like the Duke of Westminster. He wasn't raised to feel comfortable around people like Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom. The truth is, Hollywood celebrity simply doesn't compare to real aristocracy. And again, that's what makes Meghan and Harry's silence about this whole book absolutely baffling. At this point, there is really only one explanation, and that's that their fingerprints are all over it, and they're scared to speak out because they worry that Scooby-Doo is going to spill the beans, which he absolutely would. They know that somebody like Scabies is incapable of loyalty. If he can throw them under the bus to save his own skin, he will do it in a heartbeat. So right now, I'm sure they are panicking at their McMansion in Montecito. What is going to be the fallout from this book for Meghan and Harry, we don't know yet. But it looks like there is going to be something. At the very least, this destroys any possibility of reconciliation between Harry and his family. And there's also talk that their titles could be taken away by Parliament. We're going to have to wait and see what exactly happens, and you know I'll be here to discuss it with you. And you, what do you think of this news? Please let me know your opinion below in the comments section. If you enjoyed our video today, don't hesitate to like and share it with anybody else who would enjoy it too. And don't be afraid to click the subscribe button to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in, have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back to see you all tomorrow.